dealerships are rethinking what fixed ops means. Mobile service is quickly moving from an experiment to an essential offering, and early adopters are proving it can be both profitable and can build your brand at the same time. Our friend Ed Roberts from Bozard Ford Lincoln, he's shown what success looks like. He has 46 mobile units, 43 technicians, and $10 million now in annual revenue. He says, quote, everything you can do in a shop without a lift can be done in the field. Right. So the mobile repair segment is up 15% in 2024, nearly twice the growth of the overall do-it-for-me market, according to Lang Aftermarket Report. Industry analysts predicting mobile service will soon be an OEM standard, driven by capacity shortages, customer demand, and the undeniable appeal of winning over driveways. Apple Tree Honda and Acura in North Carolina now runs 3 Ford Transit vans daily, tackling maintenance, light repairs for customers who would rather not come in. Fixed Ops Director Richard Lupo, longtime friend, and he's on the show. He built the program from the ground up using urban science data to pinpoint customers they weren't reaching, and consultants like Spiffy to scale operations efficiently. And he joins us on the show bright and early on a Monday morning. Richard, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes on. I'm sure it's always busy in service on Monday morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't say that I'm not in the middle of doing payroll right now, guys. But
right. Congrats. Well, focus on the payroll.
But we got to have priorities, right? I mean, Kyle, when you guys call, Nathan, when you guys call, I show up because there's nothing more influential in this business than ASOTU.
Thanks for joining us. Of course, I'd love to get a little bit of insight into like the impetus for you going, this is going to be the thing that we start to prioritize and put into a process, invest in the cost of the vans up front. Where did that come from?
Well, as you mentioned, everybody has to give thanks in this industry to the leadership of Ed Roberts. He certainly has changed my thinking about a couple of things over the years. And, mobile service has always made sense theoretically, but him putting the boots on the ground and showing us the way certainly made it easier for us to sell ownership in making an investment in mobile service.
Let me ask you this. And it's a question I like to ask people who are a few steps in, right? Like you've obviously put a lot of prep work in, you've executed now, you have plans to execute more, but what is the biggest surprise that has happened from when you said, I think I understand what's going to happen, to now having 3 vans out every day? What surprised you the most?
When you're in uncharted territory, there's a lot of surprises, I have to tell you. So getting it sold to and getting the buy-in from ownership, certainly, having to really game plan it out and do all the financials. It definitely was a lot of work there. It was definitely some transition stuff that getting out there and just changing the paradigm and really going to market to define exactly what we were going to do with mobile service and how we looked at different business models to decide what we were going to do initially.
I feel like this is something that, sales for a long time has been the kind of like place where so much marketing effort, so much net new business territory, greenfield and like how to go to market has been. But service has kind of been this, just steady, like the money's always green, keep this space open, make sure the advisors know what they're doing. This is complete greenfield for most places where it's like, yeah, you've got to build the pro forma. You got to put together the business plan. You have to understand how to go to market for it, how to market. You can't just, have 3 vans and hope everybody calls you asking for mobile service. There's a whole plan that goes into it. So it's like, it's even new for, I think, a lot of service managers to think in that way, right? Build a pro forma, build the business model, go to market.
Yeah, we definitely, there's a lot of leaders in our industry. Ben Stock always talks about how to Amazonify your business. And we looked at that, and there's a lot of good to take in that. But when we really drilled down on what we're doing with mobile, we had to really take a look at what Walmart was doing because they've got hundreds of, tens of thousands of brick and mortar locations that they have to protect that business where you cannot go pick up a shopping cart and go shop at an Amazon, right? So there's differences in the way that you have to procure the experience for the customer and who you market to. Uh, Amazon has to obviously is leading that market, but Walmart has to keep up with Amazon, but they also have to protect their brick and mortar business. Not unlike what we do here, where we've got, untold millions of dollars in brick and mortar here that we have to protect that business, but there we also have to keep up with what our consumers want. And that experience of being in the driveway is something that we, have to recognize is out there. And if we're going to be early to it, being an early adopter, it's a brand differentiator for us 100%.
Have you seen it turn into um, almost like a conquest mechanism for the rest of the driveway?
Well, I'll tell you what we're doing initially, because and full disclosure, guys, we were just getting started on this. I mean, it's been a long project for us to get to this point, but we're just getting started. So some of the, the financial returns and stuff are still really, really early. But
Yeah.
um, if we have a customer that's say 25 miles of hard traffic and urban to get to our dealership, they're not servicing there. They may well be a buyer. And so completing that experience as an owner of 360 degrees of not only of selling the vehicle to the customer, but servicing the customer at the dealership level, um, you know that is brand retention. That's another car sale down the road if you can complete the 360 degrees for the customer.
Mm,
Yeah.
understood.
I mean, that's huge because it's not just about that conquest opportunity. There's so many people that we aren't winning the first car in the garage, the one that we already know about.
Right.
And so that's huge. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on with us today. Absolute pleasure always, Richard, and for getting in on Monday when you're running payroll and giving a little of that. I love the early taste of like, hey, we're not all the way there yet, but we're learning and we're trying it. I think that's something that a lot of people can hang on to this morning. Appreciate you.
Always happy to be on, guys. And if you have any questions, if anybody wants to know anything about what we're doing, they can reach out to me. Spiffy's been a huge, huge part of what we're doing. Got to give a call out to Troy Blackwell. He's been a constant partner and a constant presence in our process too, as well. And of course, always if you can get him on the phone, Ed is always there to help too.
Oh, so great. That's right. It's the community aspect, right? Thanks for the mentions at the end, especially, and letting other people know. And follow Richard on LinkedIn is probably the best place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Richard Lupo, Lupo on LinkedIn. Talk to you soon, my friend.
All right. Thanks, guys.